another ASMR video here. So today I decided to go on Wikipedia and I'm currently looking at the Alex Jones Wikipedia page. So why don't we give this a little bit of a read here, ASMR style. Alright, so Alexander Emmerich, or Emmerich Jones, was born February 11th, 1974. He is an American radio show host and conspiracy theorist. He hosts the Alex Jones Show from Austin, Texas, which airs on the Genesis Communications Network. Across the United States and online, Jones runs a website, Infowars.com, devoted to conspiracy theories and fake news. Jones has been the center of many controversies, including his promotion of Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting conspiracy theories and his aggravating opposition to gun control in the debate with Piers Morgan. He has accused the U.S. government of being involved in the Oklahoma City bombing, the September 11 attacks, and the alleged staging of moon landings to hide NASA's secret technology. He has claimed that several governments and big businesses have colluded to create a new world order through manufactured economic crises, sophisticated surveillance tech, and above all, inside job terror attacks that fuel exploitable hysteria. Jones has described himself as a conservative, paleoconservative, and libertarian, terms which he uses interchangeably. He has been described by others as conservative, right-wing, alt-right, and far-right. New York Magazine describes Jones as America's leading conspiracy theorist, and the Southern Poverty Law Center describes him as the most prolific conspiracy theorist in contemporary America. When asked about such labels, Jones said that he is proud to be listed as a thought criminal against Big Brother. In addition to Infowars, Jones also operates the websites NewsWars and Prison Planet. Alright, so if you didn't know, Alex Jones, he currently is living in Austin, Texas. He's a radio host and film producer. He's known for various conspiracy theories. His notable work is Infowars and the Alex Jones Show. His spouse is Kelly Jones, and he has 3 children. Alright, his early life. Jones was born in 1974 in Dallas, Texas, and grew up in the Dallas suburb of Rockwall in the city of Austin, Texas. His father is a dentist and his mother a homemaker. In his video podcasts, he reports he is of Irish, German, Welsh, mostly English, and partially Native American descent. He was a lineman on his high school football team and graduated from Anderson High School in 1993. As a teenager, he read conservative journalists and conspiracy theorist Gary Allen's anti-Semitic book, None Dare Call It Conspiracy, which had a profound influence on him, and which he calls the easiest to read primer on the New World Order. After high school, Jones briefly attended Austin Community College but dropped out. Alright, so Jones's career begins in Austin with a live call and format public access cable television program. In 1996, Jones switched format to radio, hosting a show named The Final Edition on KJFK 98.9 FM. Ron Paul was running for Congress, and this was a guest on his show several times. When the Oklahoma City bombing happened in 1995, Jones began accusing the government of being responsible, saying, "I understood there's a kleptocracy working with psychopathic governments, clutches of evil, that know the tricks of control." In 1998, he released his first film, America, America Destroyed by Design. In 1998, Jones organized a successful effort to build a new Branch Davidian church as a memorial to those who died during the 1993 fire that ended the government siege of the original branch of the Davidian complex near Waco, Texas. He often featured the project on his public access television program and claimed that David Koresh and his followers were peaceful people who were murdered by Attorney General Janet Reno and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms during the siege. In the same year, he was removed from a George W. Bush rally at Bayport Industrial District, Texas. Jones interpreted Governor Bush's speech, demanding that the Federal Reserve and Council on Foreign Relations be abolished. Journalist David Weigel reported on the incident said Jones seemed to launch into public events as if flown from another universe. In 1999, Jones tied with Shannon Burke for that year's Best Austin Talk Radio Host poll, as voted by the Austin Chronicle readers. Later that year, he was fired from KJFK-FM for refusing to broaden his topics. His views were making the show hard to sell to advertisers. According to the station's operations manager, Jones stated, "It was purely political, and it came down from on high. I was told 11 weeks ago to lay off Bill Clinton, to lay off all these politicians, to not talk about rebuilding the church, to stop mashing the Marines, A to Z." He began broadcasting his show by interconnection from his home. In early 2000, Jones was one of 7 Republican candidates for state representative in Texas House District 48, an open swing district based in Austin, Texas. Jones stated that he was running to be a watchdog on the inside, but withdrew from the race after a couple of weeks. In July, a group of Austin Community Access Center, ACAC for short, programmers claimed that Jones used legal proceedings and ACAC policy to intimidate them or get their shows thrown off the air. In 2001, his show was syndicated on approximately 100 stations. After the 9/11 attack, Jones began to speak of a conspiracy by the Bush administration as being behind the attack, which caused a number of stations that had previously carried him to drop his program, according to Will Bunch. On June 8, 2006, while on his way to cover a meeting of the Bilderberg Group in Ottawa, Jones was stopped and detained at the Ottawa airport by Canadian authorities who confiscated his passport, camera equipment, and most of his belongings. He was later allowed to enter Canada lawfully. Jones said about the reason for his immigration hold, "I want to say, on the record, it takes 2 to tango. I could have handled it better." September 8, 2007, he was arrested while protesting at 6th Avenue and 48th Street in New York City. He was charged with operating a megaphone without a permit. 2 others were also cited for disorderly conduct when his group crashed a live television show featuring Geraldo Rivera. In an article, one of Jones' fellow protesters said it was a guerrilla information warfare. On June 6, 2013, Jones addressed international media for the annual Bilderberg Conference in Watford, England. He gave an hour-long speech to around 2,000 protesters in the grounds of the Grove Hotel, where he was rapturously welcomed, surrounded by cameras and peppered with questions. On July 21, 2016, following the 2016 Republican National Convention, Jones and Roger Stone began plotting the removal of Ted Cruz from his Senate seat after he failed to endorse Donald Trump as a Republican presidential candidate, with potential challengers Katrina Pearson and Dan Patrick mooted as replacements in the upcoming Texas election for Senate in 2018. On July 6, 2017, alongside Paul Joseph Watson, Jones began holding a contest to create the best CNN meme, in which the winner would receive $20,000. The contest was created in response to CNN releasing an article regarding a controversial Reddit user that had created a pro-Trump, anti-CNN meme. On January 23rd, it was announced that Jones would be working with New York Times best-selling author Neil Strauss on his upcoming book titled The Secret History of the Modern World and the War for the Future. Sexual harassment and anti-Semitism claims. February 2018, Jones was accused by two former employees of anti-Semitism, anti-black racism, and sexual harassment of males and females. Jones denied the allegation. Radio websites and mail order business. The Alex Jones Show is a broadcast nationally by the Genesis Communications Network to more than 90 AM and FM radio stations in the United States, including WWCR, a shortwave radio station. The Sunday Show also airs on KLBJ. In 2010, the show attracted around 2 million listeners each week. According to journalist Will Bunch, a senior fellow of Media Matters for America, the show is a demographic heavier in younger viewers than other conservative pundits due to Jones' highly conspiratorial tone and web-oriented approach. Bunch has also said that Jones feeds on the deepest paranoia. According to Alex Sachik of Rolling Stone magazine, in 2011 he had a larger online audience than Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh combined. InfoWars. Jones is a publisher and director of the website Infowars.com. The Infowars website receives approximately 10 million monthly visits, making it more popular than some mainstream news websites, such as The Economist and Newsweek. Newswars. In August 2017, Jones announced the launch of Newswars.com, a site Jones said that was intended to battle news that he considers to be fake news. Alex Jones also operates PrisonPlanet.com. Consumer products. A 2017 piece from the German magazine Der Spiegel by V. Medik indicated that 2/3 of Jones' funds derive from sales of a successful range of his own products. These products are marketed through the InfoWars website and through advertising spots on Alex Jones' show. They include dietary supplements, toothpaste, bulletproof vests, and brain pills, according to those who believe Armageddon is near, according to Medik. In August 2017, California medical company Labdoor Incorporated reported on tests applied to 6 of Jones' dietary supplements products. These include a product named Survival Shield, which is found by Labdoor to contain only iodine, and a product named Oxy Powder, which comprised a compound of magnesium oxide and citric acid, common ingredients in dietary supplements. Labdoor indicated no evidence of prohibited or harmful substances, which casts doubt on InfoWars' marketing claims for these products, and asserted that the quantity of the ingredients in certain products would be too low to be appropriately effective. On a segment of Last Week Tonight, host John Oliver said that Jones spent nearly a quarter of his airtime promoting products sold on his website, many of which are purported solutions to medical and economic problems, claimed to be caused by the conspiracy theories described on his show. Views. Mainstream sources have described Jones as a conservative, far-right, alt-right, and a conspiracy theorist. Jones has described himself as libertarian and a paleo-conservative. He has frequently supported Donald Trump and consistently denounces Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. Gun rights. Jones is a vocal gun rights activist. MTV labeled him a staunch Second Amendment supporter, while the Telegraph have called him a gun nut. He's been widely quoted in international media in a debate with Piers Morgan that 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms. Jones referencing the American Revolutionary War in relation to theoretical gun control measures taken by the government. He's been reported to own around 50 firearms. Vaccines. Jones is a well-known and widely reported in media for both his opposition to vaccines and his views on vaccine controversies. On June 16, 2017, Fox covered his claim that the introduction of the Sesame Street character Julia, an autistic Muppet, was designed to normalize autism, a disorder caused by vaccines. On November 20th, 2017, The New Yorker quoted Jones as claiming InfoWars was defending people's right to not be forcibly infected with vaccines. Think Progress have declared that it continues to endanger children by convincing their parents that vaccines are dangerous. Jones has specifically disputed the safety and effectiveness of MMR vaccines. Weather weapons. Mother Jones has claimed that Jones is a believer in weather weapons, and Salon has covered his claim that the president has access to weather weapons capable of not only creating tornadoes, but also moving them around on demand. His belief in weather warfare has been widely reported by mainstream media. He has claimed that Hurricane Irma may have been geoengineered, white genocide. Jones frequently promotes the white genocide conspiracy theory. Media Matters covered his claim that NFL players protesting during the national anthem were kneeling to white genocide and violence against whites, which the SPLC featured in their headlines review. On October 2nd, 2017, Jones claimed that Democrats and communists were plotting imminent white genocide attacks. His reporting and public views on the topic have received support and coverage from white nationalist publications and groups, such as alt-right.com and the New Zealand National Front. Jones has been Jones has been the center of many controversies, such as the one surrounding his actions and statements about gun control after the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. He has accused the United States government of being involved in the Oklahoma City bombing, the September 11th attacks. In 2009, Jones claimed that a convicted con man schemed to take over a vacant before-profit prison in Hardin, Montana, was part of a FEMA plot to detain U.S. citizens in concentration camps. Jones was in a media crossfire in 2011, which included criticism by Rush Limbaugh when the news spread that Jared Lee Loughner, the perpetrator of the 2011 Tucson shooting, had been a fan of the 9/11 conspiracy film Loose Change, of which Jones had been an executive producer. His website, Infowars.com, has been described as a fake news website. Has been accused of spreading conspiracy theories. Khan Shaykhun chemical attack. In April 2017, Jones was criticized for claiming that the Khan Shaykhun chemical attack was a hoax and a false flag. Jones stated that the attack was potentially carried out by a civil defense group, White Helmets, in which he claims an al-Qaeda-affiliated terrorist front financed by George Soros. School shootings. Jones has been widely criticized for propagating conspiracy theories about the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting and the 2018 Stoneman Douglas High School shooting before false flag operations engineered by gun control advocates. In particular, he has stated that no one died in Sandy Hook and that Stoneman Douglas survivor David Hogg was a crisis actor. Claims made in support of these theories have been proven false. In March 2016, 6 families of victims of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, as well as an FBI agent who responded to the attack, filed a defamation lawsuit against Jones for his role in spreading conspiracy theories about the shooting. Legal action. February 2017, the lawyers of James Alefantis, owner of Comet Comet Ping Pong Pizzeria sent Jones a letter demanding an apology and retraction for his role in pushing the Pizzagate conspiracy theory. Under Texas law, Jones was given a month to comply or be subject to a libel suit. In March 2017, Alex Jones apologized to Alefantis for promulgating the conspiracy theory and retracted his allegations. In April 2017, the Chobani Roger Company filed a lawsuit against Jones for his article that claims that the company's factory in Idaho, which employs refugees, was connected to a 2016 child sexual assault and a rise in tuberculosis cases. As a result of the lawsuit, Jones issued an apology and retractions of his allegations in May 2017. In March 2018, Brennan Gilmore, who shared a video he captured of a car hitting anti-racism protesters at the 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, filed a lawsuit against Jones and 6 others. According to the lawsuit, Jones said that Gilmore was acting as part of a false flag operation conducted by disgruntled government and deep state employees in furtherance of a coup against President Trump. Gilmore alleges he has been receiving death threats from Jones's audience. Relationship with Donald Trump. In December 2015, Jones initially formed a bond with Donald Trump after the presidential candidate appeared on the Alex Jones Show, claiming that Jones had an amazing reputation. During the 2016 presidential campaign, Hillary Clinton criticized Trump for his ties to Jones. Jones said that Trump called him on the day after the election to thank him for his help in the campaign. Since Trump took office, it has been claimed Jones communicates with the president through aides, something with which Chief or Staff John Kelly had reportedly tried to block. In June 2017, journalist and commenter Bill Moyers wrote that Trump and Jones explicitly operate as a tag team. Television views and interviews. In January 2013, Jones was invited to speak on Piers Morgan's show after promoting an online petition to deport Morgan because of his support on gun control laws. The interview turned into a one-person shoutfest as Jones riffed about guns, oppressive government, the flag, his ancestors' role in Texas independence, and what flag Morgan would have on his tights if they wrestled. This event drew widespread coverage, and according to the Huffington Post, Morgan and others such as Glenn Beck agreed that Jones was a terrible spokesman for gun rights. Jones' appearance on the show was a top trending Twitter topic the following morning. On June 9, 2013, Jones appeared as a guest on the BBC's television show Sunday Politics, started a discussion about conspiracy theories surrounding the Bilderberg Group, meetings with presenter Andrew Neil and journalist David Aaronovitch. A critic of such theories, Aaronovitch, implied that Jones had not been killed for exposing conspiracies. They either do not exist or that Jones is not a part of them themselves. Jones began shouting and interrupting, and Andrew Neil ended the interview, describing Jones as an idiot and the worst person I've ever interviewed. According to Neil on Twitter, Jones was still shouting until he knew that he was off air. Social media restrictions. On July 24th, 2018, YouTube removed 4 of InfoWars videos citing long-standing policies against child endangerment and hate speech, and issued a strike against the InfoWars channel. YouTube also suspended the channel's ability to live stream. On July 2018, Facebook suspended Jones' profile for 30 days, and also removed the same videos, saying they violated Facebook standards against hate speech and bullying. On August 3, 2018, Stitcher Radio removed all of his podcasts, stating that he was involved in harassment or encouraged it. On August 6, 2018, Facebook, Apple, YouTube, and Spotify removed all content by Alex Jones and InfoWars from their platforms for violating their policies. YouTube removed various channels associated with InfoWars, including the Alex Jones channel, which had amassed 2.4 million subscriptions prior to its removal. Facebook, 4 pages that were associated with InfoWars and Alex Jones were removed due to repeated violations of the website's policies. Apple removed all podcasts associated with Jones from its iTunes platform and its podcast app. On August 13, 2018, Vimeo removed all of Jones' videos because they violated our terms of service prohibitions on discriminatory and hateful content. Facebook mentioned that dehumanizing language about immigrants, Muslims, and transgender people, as well as violence glorification, were among the hate speech policy violations. Jones' accounts have also been removed from Pinterest, MailChimp, and LinkedIn. As of early August 2018, Jones still had active accounts on Instagram and Twitter. Jones tweeted a Periscope video calling on to others to get their battle rifles ready against Antifa, the mainstream media, and Chicom operatives. In the video, he also says, "Now is the time to act on the enemy before they do a false flag." Twitter cited this as a reason to suspend his account for a week on August 14th. Personal life. Jones has 3 children with ex-wife Kelly Jones. The couple divorced in March 2015. In 2017, Kelly sought sole or joint custody of their children due to Alex's behavior. She claimed, "He's not a stable person, and I'm concerned that he's engaged in felonious behavior," threatening a member of Congress, Adam Schiff. Alex's attorney responded by claiming that he's playing a character, describing him as a performance artist. In court, Jones denied playing a character, and he called his show the most bona fide, hardcore, real McCoy thing there is, and everybody knows it. Kelly was awarded the right to decide where their children live, while Alex maintains visitation rights. His son, Rex Jones, has worked for InfoWars, receiving media attention for a video, which was critical of gun control and BuzzFeed News. Jones has credited Rex for convincing him to support Donald Trump as a presidential candidate. These are many of his films. In 2001, he was in A Walking Life. His role was a man in a car with PA, and it was a cameo. In 2006, A Scanner Darkly. He was a preacher, and it was a minor role. 2007, he produced Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, the role being himself, and it's a documentary. Also in 2007, he produced the documentary Loose Change, with himself having the primary role. 2016, Amerigeddon. His role was Senator Reed, and it was a minor role. In 2002, he wrote the book 9/11, Descent into Tyranny, and the publisher was Progressive Press. In 2008, The Answer to 1984, 1776, was published by the Disinformation Company. Film subject, 2001, Walking Life by Richard Linklater. 2003, Aftermath, Unanswered Questions from 9/11 by Stephen Marshall. 2009, New World Order by Luke Meyer and Andrew Neil. 2010, The Fall of America and the Western World by Brian Kraft. This has been the Alex Jones wiki page, ASMR reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in many future videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This has been a 30-minute video. This was a long reading. Please comment down below if you would like me to read the InfoWars page next, or the you can either do InfoWars or conspiracy theories as a whole. or the gay bomb. It's really up to you guys.